This is Optimal Health Daily, episode 1188, Muscle Cramps, How to Handle Them and Why They Aren't So Bad, Part 1, by Kate Galliett of the Unbreakablebody.com. And I'm your host and narrator, Dr. Neil. Hey there, welcome back to Optimal Health Daily, where I read some of the best health and fitness blogs to you, usually with a bit of my commentary at the end. Now, today's post is a bit on the longer side, so I'll read the first half today and then finish it up for you tomorrow. Now, even though it's a short week for those of us in the US, it's Thanksgiving week, I like to give a bit of inspiration. So again, even though it's a short week, we could still use a bit of inspiration. Quote, "Everyone who has ever taken a shower has had an idea. It's the person who gets out of the shower, dries off, and does something about it that makes a difference." Nolan Bushnell. All right, with that, let's get right to today's post and start optimizing your life. Muscle Cramps, How to Handle Them and Why They Aren't So Bad, Part 1, by Kate Galliett of the Unbreakablebody.com. I felt the pressure mounting. My muscle was getting tighter and tighter, balling up more and more with each passing millisecond. My lungs were trying to tense themselves too, as if they already knew what was going on here and wanted no part of it. My skin crawled and tingled, as if I needed one more signal telling me how my body was feeling about things right now. As the desire to fight back grew in me, I found my breath and connected to it. I went to the part of my mind where I keep the white canvas that helps me empty my mind and held the canvas front and center. The balled up muscle in my hamstring persisted, and I allowed it. You see, this muscle cramp in my hamstring was nothing to be concerned about. I had no need to panic, toss myself about in fits, holler in discomfort, or fight for control, and in turn, lose myself to the cramp. You know these fits. You know this discomfort, the one that may have made you shriek and grab your hamstring or calf or foot or any area of your body where you felt the tense pressure of a muscle cramp. You may have even rolled around in agony as you wished the cramp would stop already. Muscle cramps cause alarm in nearly everyone, understandably so. Cramps hurt, but there's a much better way to handle muscle cramps. By learning about cramps, why they occur, and what you can do with them, you will completely change your experience with them. What is a muscle cramp anyways? You know the feeling of a muscle cramp. You're in the middle of a movement, and all of a sudden, your muscle locks up in a ball. Or you're laying in bed at night and move just so, and your calf cramps intensely. There are muscle cramps that come from having a deeper issue, like a metabolic myopathy, or peripheral nerve disorder, or tetany. Those are outside the realm of this conversation, though. You might be cramping because you have a sodium or magnesium imbalance. This can be especially true if your diet is not nutrient-rich, or if you're an athlete who expends a high volume of sweat during training without proper replenishment. But salt or magnesium levels are not the instigator for many muscle cramps. Lawrence Z. Stern and Charles Bernick write in their book, Clinical Methods, quote, "Normal voluntary motor activity depends on the functional integrity of not only the motor unit, comprising a lower motor neuron and the muscle fiber it innervates, but also the descending and spinal excitatory and inhibitory circuits that influence it. Cramps may result from malfunction at various points in the pathway." End quote. Put another way, your body does not know how to fire the tissue in that position, and what is akin to neurological confusion occurs, causing the nervous system to send extra input to the area. Put still another way, sometimes a new signal to your nervous system makes your nervous system act like a kindergarten student who's experiencing glitter for the first time during arts and crafts. They're all in, and then some. Why you cramp up. Cramps often happen because your nervous system doesn't know how to use the tissue in whatever position you've put it in, and so it sends lots of signals to the tissue, and the cramp occurs. Frequently, this happens when your muscle is already in its shortened position, and you then ask it to fire in that position. You may not have asked the foot to cramp while laying in bed, but it's very likely that in the bed scenario, your foot was already pointed forward in plantar flexion, shortening the muscles on the bottom of your foot. And then, any movement thereafter caused you to flex your foot muscles, and boom, cramp city in the bottom of your foot. Over the years, there have been certain movements and drills I teach my clients that tend to create a cramp in their tissue the first few times they do it. And as I've continued my education into understanding the nervous system, tissues, and their role in mobility and movement, I've learned many more drills that induce cramps in the early days of performing them. I have experienced plenty of my own cramps and have been front and center to many clients and training partners experiencing cramps as well. And here's what I've realized. Most folks really do not understand cramps or how to deal with them at all. And this lack of understanding is holding you back from really moving well. Here are 3 things about cramps that you need to know. 1. You cramp because your brain and body aren't communicating well yet, and you can change that. 2. You cramp because this position is new for your body, and you can work with that. And 3. You cramp because you actively avoid certain positions that hint at being cramp-inducing, and thus revert your body to numbers 1 and 2 above. How to improve your response to cramps. To become someone who does not experience cramps when you try to fire your tissues in a certain way, you must teach your nervous system how to better communicate with your tissues. To do this, you must put yourself in an environment rich with neurological learning. Here are 3 things you can do to improve your neurological learning. Hear those on tomorrow's episode. You just listened to part 1 of the post titled Muscle Cramps, How to Handle Them and Why They Aren't So Bad by Kate Galliett of the Unbreakablebody.com. And thank you to Drops. They have custom cleaning solutions for every need. Stain and odor laundry detergents, dishwasher detergent pods, wool dryer balls, laundry scent booster pods, and even oxy booster pods that are chlorine-free with color-safe bleach alternatives. Their laundry detergent pods helped remove my tough stains, all while keeping my laundry smelling fresh. Super easy and convenient to use. No measuring and no mess. We're doing more cleaning than ever before, but it's hard to find eco-friendly cleaning products that actually work. Check out Drops, the laundry and dishwasher detergent pods that everyone is talking about. With over 10,000 5-star reviews, you'll see in no time how great their products are. Drops delivers powerful cleaning from nature with plant and mineral-based formulas to your door in low-waste cardboard packaging, instead of plastic containers that end up in our oceans and landfills. Sign up for auto shipments to save big. You can pause, skip, or cancel anytime. Visit drops.com/OHD and use code OHD for 25% off your first order. Dr. Neil here for my commentary. Kate's descriptions of what it feels like to have those muscle cramps brought me instantly back to my afternoon swim practices. I would be on what felt like lap 100 with, only 1,000 left, when suddenly my right foot would cramp up. I would have to stop swimming, grab the lane line, and try to breathe through it. In the moment, it felt like nothing would make it feel better. Trying to flex or extend it seemed to make it worse. And definitely forget about continuing my laps. Nothing seemed to make it feel better. Oh, how I wish I had access to some of the tips Kate's about to share way back then. If only. So be sure to come back tomorrow to hear those. All right, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you here for tomorrow's show, the Thanksgiving episode, where we'll finish up this post and where your optimal life awaits.